So, yeah, so when we started this garden, none of us really knew each other at all, except for my partner and I, and sort of the idea of there being a garden in this space and the idea of actually using this space to grow food or plants or whatever anybody wanted to grow, because the garden is not complete, obviously. But all of a sudden it just brought these people together. We didn't know each other. All we knew is that we had an interest in community building and we had an interest in gardening in general. And specifically for most people it was about gardening food and food security and learning for themselves how to grow their own food. For me it has a lot of other things. I'm a nurse in practice, and so for me the idea of learning how to grow food is really important to just overall health in general, and then the idea of community building for me is really important because that's how people find their place in the world and find, how they feel about things. I mean, for example, I was just speaking with one of our fellow gardeners who's really going through a rough time in life, and he was just admitting to me that this community garden is really therapeutic for him because he's met friends here that he can talk to. So it's not even necessarily just about food, it's just that we've met people along the way we're talking about things like he's going through a grieving process, and just the fact that the idea of growing some carrots and zucchini can bring people together in that way, to me is really important in community building. And I think that's really one of the best things about this garden. I mean, right now you can see over there Sean's sharing some beer with everybody, something we do pretty regularly, probably not the best idea, but at the same time we like to get together and do those kinds of things with each other so that we're not just talking about where food is going to be planted and why we need to plant these foods, and we're not getting into the science of food like that, but it's more about bringing people together. The actual basis of us coming together was for us to learn how to grow our own food, but we've come together in different ways that impact our overall well-being, and that is what community gardens are all about, to me anyway.